Hi there, it's Phil Binks here from Bodoni, North America. Today I'm going to try to clarify the PDF report options that are available within pressSIGN. There are multiple types of PDF reports you can achieve. You can also print labels and get other statistical data. But this is essentially just going to cover the PDF printed or of course digital reports that you can achieve and what each report includes. Plus I'll show you that you can customize a report to your own liking, so it only includes the data that you require. So without any further ado, let's jump into pressSIGN and show you where I am talking about. So here we've got pressSIGN, and really where I'm talking about going is to the reports and curves section over here. I'll just highlight that for you. So in reports and curves, we can click on that button and that will bring up a window which enables you to then select at the bottom left hand side PDF reports, job reports, just here. So the first report in the list actually says measurement report, and what we do is we simply select that measurement report or the report type that you require and click on the Save PDF button just next to it. So if we click on that, I'll show you now the report that you get out. But what I want to do before we do that is I want to just clarify that right now in pressSIGN we are looking at just one measurement. Okay, so I've highlighted one measurement. pressSIGN is showing that measurement at the top of the screen here, and that's all we're going to get a report on because that's the highlighted measurement that we've got. So let's jump in and I'll show you the measurement report. So it's export reports and curves, and we are achieving a measurement report in this particular section. So the measurement report looks like this, and I can go through the report here and show you each individual page. So the first page is the contents page. We then have job information and scoring. I'll go through these very quickly. Each colour individually, and then you've got your curves with curve data here. So I might be able to show you a little bit better this information. So let me just go through, and essentially that's the information that you'll be seeing. There's your curve data, your colour wheel, curves, tolerances, targets and measurements. Where it's shown in red, of course, is where you're outside of the required target standard tolerances, and it shows your spot colours as well. And because we only had one measurement highlighted, then there's only one measurement in the measurement list. Let's dive all the way to the top of that window, and I just want to highlight something, and that is this Bodoni North America logo. And I want to show you now how you get the logo, your company logo, on the reports that you are going to be achieving. So let's quickly go back to pressSIGN and I'll show you how to do that. So within pressSIGN, we will close this window and we're going to jump straight up to the job settings area. So I can click on job settings. That will then bring up the job settings window. We are then able to go into the site settings at the very top of the window here. So if you click on that three dots button, that's your edit button, and your logo setting is underneath that data. Here we have the window, and you can see that under the site settings you have the ability to enter your own logo. The logos are always PNG files, so you click on browse to where your logo is, put that in, and that logo will then appear on all of your reports in the future. Okay. If you want to have more than one reading, then you can highlight by using the shift click option to highlight multiple jobs, and then typically you would click on the calculate button at the very bottom left of the screen. So you would click on this calculate button, and that will then calculate all of the average of the highlighted jobs. So let's click on calculate. And you'll see that at the top the scores have actually changed as opposed to what the individual score was here. I can then go export reports and curves, click on the measurement report, save measurement report with 6 jobs, and let me show you what that looks like. And very much the same as the individual measurement report, but what we get to at the very end is the proof that there are 6 jobs having been recorded. Let me show you that in an enlarged form. So this is the multiple measurement reports, and that's where it shows you those. There's additional tint and target data for your plate curves, adjustment data. So that is what is included in your measurement report. Let's now move on to the next report, which is actually ProofSIGN Certification. It will allow you to save a report based upon each individual patch that's measured in a multi-line chart for certification and verification purposes. Typically, you could now use that for measuring an ID Alliance, proof certification, or FOGRA media wedge, any of those, and that will give you the report that you want. Let me show you what that report looks like. Here is your proof certification data. So each individual color with a measured and target lab, your delta E values and density. And each individual color would then be listed from your chart with measured lab, target lab, and your delta E and the delta E method used to calculate that delta E value. So I won't go any further with that one. That is really for verification and certification of proofer primarily, but you might find the report useful anyway. We then move on to the summary report option, and the summary report would look like this. Very short color data, curves, and really that's all. Curve data for both CMYK, and if you've measured tint values within your spot colors, then they'll be shown up as well. So that is your summary report. Moving on to the production report. Maybe I'll zoom into this so you can see it easier. So we're going to move on to the production report now, and the production PDF looks like this. There's quite a lot of pages to the production report. As you see, there's certainly more than 11 pages. And the production report, if I show you on the preview side of things, we can see that there is a lot of information here. And we cover the general information, of course, the measured color data, TVI values for both CMYK and spot colors. But additionally to that, you get a soft proof front and back option if you had soft proofing information. You've got production mode values, which are usually available in the statistical side of pressSIGN, and the measurements of each individual measured chart that you've measured or the strip that you've measured. So the information there is included, so the overall information, the primaries, TVI, secondaries, etc. All those scores are included. And then you've got other statistical data, so it's a much more comprehensive printed report. So very, very nice, and that is what we know as the production report. From the production report, we then go to the scoring report, and the scoring report PDF looks like this. It's up to 2 pages, but that shows you the scores information. So it's really just the scores of each of the measurements within the job. Actually, the scoring report and the production report include all of the measurements that have been taken within the job. By default, you don't need to highlight and calculate all of those measurements. I'll just show you a bit of a close-up of this information. So here is the scoring report, score data, and then each measurement will have its date and time overall. And you saw this in the production report, but this is obviously just an excerpt from that report. So hopefully that is of use to you. Let me now show you how you can create a custom report. Using pressSIGN, you'll be able to create a custom report, and for it to include any of those values that you require. So there might be things that you saw that you would want in your reports, but other data that's really not relevant to you. So let's show you how to do that in pressSIGN. So in pressSIGN, we've got these 3 additional buttons. Remember, we are in the Export Reports and Curves dialog box, and we can click on that 3 dots here. So let me zoom out first and I will show you how we do that. Click on the 3 dots. Here is the report dialog box. So you firstly click on the plus button to create your report. I'll leave it being called report number 4. And then from this list on the left hand side, you can add any information to be in your report. For instance, you might want the job information and you can click on that, or you might want to say, well, I want the color, and then move that over as well. If I hit this button, then it moves everything, or I can move everything back out. So that's how you move everything in. And so it might be useful for you to move the whole lot in and then say, well, I don't need value trends, I don't need score trends, and I don't want the soft proofing, for instance. And then you can actually move these up and down within the report as well. And once you've done that, that is your report number 4. You can say that you want certain attributes to be included for the job. You can say you want the whole job, or just selected measurements. So that's the other place that you can do that. You can click on the preview to get a preview of this, and then once you've got that, you can click save, and your report will then appear in this list so that you can choose it in the future. So let's show you how you can do that, because here now in your list of reports is your report number 4 amongst all of the others. These are in alphabetical order. So once I click on report 4 and click on save PDF report, then that report will be saved for you with the attributes you require. If you want to edit those attributes, again, you simply go to the 3 dots, click on those, edit whichever values you want, and pressSIGN will produce you a report based upon the values that you've selected. So I hope that is of use to you, and it's been a good little run through. There's a lot to do in reports, and I'll do another video relating to the printing of labels that you can achieve from pressSIGN as well within the same dialog box area. So I hope that's been of use to you. If it has, then make sure you subscribe to get notification when I add a new video to this library. And if you've got any comments to make, please make the comments in the YouTube video. And I look forward to helping you in the near future. Thanks for watching.